Dear Cheri, I'm planning on doing my first outdoor cannabis garden this year, and I want to know, should I start my plants from seeds indoors or should I plant them directly in the ground? Is there an advantage or disadvantage to either method? Thank you. Well, that's a really good question. Hi, everybody. Cheri Sicard, aka Cannabis Cheri here, and I'm here today with Mitch Mandel, Cannabis Cheri's grow editor, to help answer this question. Before we do that, just want to remind everybody hit that YouTube subscribe button and notification bell because we try to upload new videos every Wednesday. And hit that like button too if you get value out of our videos, as it helps us be seen in YouTube's algorithms. All right, Mitch, can you talk about that? Should you start your plants earlier indoors or just plant them directly into the ground when starting a garden?
Well, that's a good question, and it kind of depends on the climate where you live. If you
Okay.
live in a colder area, that's something I would definitely recommend doing. Is start your plant indoors, get it nice and hardy and strong indoors, maybe 6 inches to 8 inches tall, three to four different leaf sprouts. That's probably maybe a month's worth of growing. And then you can, if it's after your last frost, then you can transplant to outdoors. If you're in an area if you in Los Angeles or in Southern California, where you're in an area that doesn't have frost, you can start your plant outdoors early in the season, like early April, and you're good to go for the whole season up all the way through to September, October.
Now, I want to clarify when you say you're growing that indoors, you're not having a whole grow setup and grow tent or whatever. You're just starting seedlings like in the windowsill or something,
Yeah, you're
correct?
starting seedlings in an area of your house where you get plenty of sunlight.
Okay, so there's
Uh,
no need to invest in all that indoor grow
no,
equipment
no.
or
I
anything
mean,
like that.
it wouldn't be a bad idea. I've seen these for sale, like in Walmart's even. There's just like a small grow light system.
Oh,
I've
for
seen it
little seedlings,
for little
yeah.
seedlings. I've seen, or for herb
Okay.
gardens. I've seen those portable herb gardens you can buy
Right.
that have like an LED light. It wouldn't be a bad idea to have that because you still want your light more than 12 hours on.
Okay.
And that's why I say you still would start it after spring because you get more than 12 hours of sunlight at that time. But having that extra little like herb garden light that I've seen them at Walmart's, I've seen them at Pick and Saves, I've seen them at
Right.
any of the sometimes dollar
You're
stores even.
aging yourself. Pick and Save's been gone for decades, but
Oh
I
well.
know what you mean. Anyway, so okay, so they don't have to invest a whole lot of money, just
No.
a little inexpensive thing. And is there ever any issues in transplanting those plants outdoors? Because I know sometimes plants, if you're not careful, can get shocked when they are transplanted. So how would you avoid that?
Well, you just answered that question for me. If you're careful and you've transplanted plants before, you've had maybe a little experience with transplanting plants, just make sure when you transplant it, you just take all of the soil from the old one and you don't cut any, you don't damage the main roots. Sometimes damaging the outside roots are not going to be have much of an effect, bad effect. So just make sure you dig out the whole plant and as much soil as possible and put it in the new soil. There's a vitamin B something, or there's a transplant vitamin. I think it's a B3 that you can give it that will might help with that shock. But if you're careful and gentle with it, it's usually not a problem.
And I know that's something you always preach, be gentle with your plants.
Be gentle with them, and they'll be great to you.
Okay, well, that's good advice. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. I think that answers the question. Hope this helps, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye.